Hey everybody, it's Dove Hammer and I'm back at you with another blues harmonica tutorial. So as you heard, I was jamming with a jam track. The jam track is in the key of G. My harmonica is a Seydel 1847 in the key of C. I was playing cross harp, second position. And today a little tip that I want to give you on how you can spice up or enrich your blues solos. And here's just a little nugget that you can use, and that is using more than one note at the same time. If you're a new harmonica player, if you're just beginning your journey learning to play the blues harmonica, you've been spending a lot of time, or you've spent a lot of time trying to learn to play clean single notes, which is very important. Now that you've mastered, or once you have mastered getting clean single notes, you have the choice between playing a clean single note or playing more than one note at a time, because as you know, the harmonica is built in such a way that you can play more than one note at a time. You can play neighboring notes. Not all neighboring notes sound good together. So this is something you have to start experimenting with, exploring, and I'm going to try to help a little bit with it here. My two favorites are, if we stay with the example that I just gave, I'm in second position. When you're in second position, your root note, as you recall, is 2 draw. A lot of times, instead of just playing 2 draw, I'll widen my mouth a little bit and add in 1 draw. 2 and add in 1. Now, as you can see, it still has that, melodically, it still has the same effect. The main note here is the 2 draw, but I've added a little harmony there, but it's not just harmony. It makes, because 2 notes are bigger than 1, twice as big. So it sounds bigger, more massive. It's got more power. And a lot of times doing like this is the same, only bigger, better than. Same thing I can do on the 4 draw. If you've been jamming a little bit in second position, you already know that a lot of the licks, a lot of your favorite blues licks involve the 4 draw when you're playing second position. A lot of times, instead of just playing 4 draw, I'll widen my embouchure a little bit and I'll include 5 together with the 4. Instead of going, I'll go. Same thing. You're still hearing that 4. It still sounds like a 4, but it's got more power behind it and something that harmonizes with it. So it's powerful. It's nice. Or you could go. Or. So those are 2 really nice double stops that you can do. They're called double stops when you play 2 notes at the same time. And it makes your sound a little bit more massive. You hear that a lot. For example, James Cotton, one of my favorite harmonica players, James Cotton does that a lot. Cotton always has a big, massive sound, and part of it is his tongue blocking embouchure. Part of it is a lot of power that he uses, and part of it is that he uses a lot of those double stops. And those 2 will almost always work in blues. Some of the others you have to experiment and see where they work better and where they don't. Sometimes 2 and 3 will work nicely. Sometimes 3 and 4 will work nicely too. But check out where they do. But start experimenting sometimes with doing your same licks, only expanding a little bit on those notes. For example, and a second version of that, another way you can power up your notes is octaves. An octave is when you have 2 notes that are the same note, only one higher than the other, a low C and a high C, okay? 1 blow and 4 blow. This is a lower C and a higher C. You can hear that they're the same note. I play them together. Sounds like 1 note, only very rich. You hear the low and the high together. Now, how do I do that? Here I'm tongue blocking. If you are not generally a tongue blocking player, you can still do this. I tongue block now a lot, but in the early days when I first started playing, I was playing only pucker embouchure. But I learned to do this. This is a simple tongue block that even pucker players can do. What I'm really doing, I'm widening my mouth. I'm widening my mouth to the point where I can cover 4 holes, 1, 2, 3, and 4 with my mouth. Okay. Okay, I'm playing 1, 2, 3, and 4 together. But then I'm putting my tongue down and covering 3 and 4, so that the right side of my mouth is playing 1, and the left side of my mouth is playing 4. Without, it sounds like this. And with the tongue. Now, it takes some time to practice to get that embouchure down, but it's worth doing it because listen to how cool this sounds. Now, in the blow direction, you can do that all the way up the harp. Okay, blowing the entire harmonica, you can get an octave with that embouchure. Okay, so any blow notes you want to double, just do that embouchure. Blow one note out of the right side, cover 2 with the tongue, the 4th one on the left side, and it works. In the draw direction, it gets more complicated. In the draw direction, it works the same on 1 and 4, okay? That's low D and a higher D. But 2, we have a problem because 2 on a C harmonica is G. I don't have any more G's in draw. All my higher G's are blow, 6 blow, 9 blow. So I can't blow and draw at the same time, so I cannot play an octave of G drawing. But from 3 on, I can. But then from 3 on, the embouchure is different because here I have to cover 3 in the middle. I have to put my mouth over 5 holes and cover 3 in the middle. So I can play 3 and 7, 4 and 8, 5 and 9, 6 and 10. But I have to open my mouth wider. I'm blowing a note out of my left side, covering 3 with my tongue, not 2, 3. So if I want to go up the scale that way, I have to be 1 embouchure blowing and another one drawing. A little bit hard to do, a little bit hard to master, but worth the while. You know, a lot of times I'll do like, here's a blues lick, for example. Here's a sliding up to 9, draw. Now, if I do that with a tongue block, with an octave tongue block, very rich, very interesting. Now, even if you don't learn that 5-hole block, even if you just do the 4-hole block on 1 draw, for example, the first time I learned to do this was listening to Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal on his intro to Leaving Trunk. He does it with an E flat harmonica, and it starts. He's tongue blocking on the E flat. It's also second position. He's starting off on 1-4 draw, going to 2-5 blow to 3-6 blow. Okay. And it sounds very, very cool. So I'm going to go back to doing that on my C harmonica. So it's worth learning to do octaves, as hard as it might be, but it really enriches things. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you found it interesting. If you did, I'll be grateful if you push the like button below. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you'll get a lot of good stuff here, a lot of other blues harmonica tutorials, live video clips of my music, my original songs. So subscribe. And if you have any requests, if you want me to do a tutorial about a particular blues harmonica subject, or if you want to ask questions about this or anything else to do with blues harmonica, write it in the comments section. I'll try to answer all comments and I'll try to answer all requests. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.